Now, we want to get to 3-level flood over there. So let's run buck sweep pap. And let's hurt their feelings a little more, because they already think it's coming. So let's give them that. What is buck sweep pap, for those of you that are over the age of 50? What do they call buck sweep pap? And you make fun of every wing T team when you go to a 7-on-7 about doing it. Waggle, baby. And every time you see that wing T, you're like, damn it, I'm going to watch waggle 400 times today. Right? Because that's all they know how to run. Belly keep, pass, and waggle. Right? So let's just give them some waggle. Okay? There's my fade. Okay? Buck sweep pap is going to leave the pocket. So this guy is going to have to run the upright route. We're going to down, down, step and hinge, bring the back on buck sweep action, down the tight end, pull the guards. Man, what the hell does that look like to you? That looks like we done going to run the football. But the tight end lets go and runs the flat. The guard hooks him, the second guard pulls for it. The back stops and jump cuts to protect the backside, and we float away from it and bring the USOM over the top. Ouch. Bing. Right? That rings their bell. Because now they're sitting there going, what the hell was it? What did they just do? Because here's the quarterback, there's the running back, mesh. Where do I always go on pap? Either straight back or whirlybird, right? Well, now as that guy hits my front hip, I just let him go, and I go with the guards and reset outside the pocket. And I set up out there, and now there's my 3-level flood working back into my line of sight again. So what does this kid have to do? Scrape to fill. Scrape to fill. Get ready to either wrong arm or take on. Now you got to get your tight end to let go in a hurry. If he buries his head and he gets stuck too long, he may not get back out. So you got to get him to let go, okay? So we talk about a hit and run, right? A different type of hit and run than the guard tackle thing. It's just whack, gone. It doesn't take much. That 7 technique just needs to feel a little nudge, and he's like, ooh, get me some bucks. And what's his answer to buck sweep, by the way? If I'm a 7 technique, there's a tight end, I'm a 7, and I'm feeling buck. I'm like, you know what? There's 2 ways I'm going to handle this. I'm either going to here, which now I'm gap unsound, so let's just run some more power and buck sweep, or I'm going to try to fight, get skinny, get thin, and fight through it. Well, he lets go, and I lose pressure, and all of a sudden, click, guard's got my shoulder. And quarterback's sprinting that way. By the sheer virtue of the fact that my first step was playing the C-gap, it's done. Because last time I checked, 260 don't reverse, pivot, and run real well. That's not a natural skill set that defensive linemen talk about. So you're using everything against them. Now, if the H was over here, what would I call? Sail. Same play. Same play. That's nasty little rascal there now. Do whatever formation you want. Do it out of 10. Well, 10 you'd have to bring a cracker down, probably. But you could definitely 11, 12, 01, 02, ace, I. We've played with that before. Man, you can do it. You can play around with it, okay? But that stuff is going to cause a dramatically different response from the defense now. And if that's on film and I'm DC, I got to go, okay, guys, now listen. Every time both guards pull, it's buck sweep, except when it's not and they're throwing the ball behind you. Oh, good. That's not a thing to a high school kid, is it? Those of you who have 2 teenage sons, right? You know not. Hey, don't scratch my car. You might as well take your key and scratch it yourself. It's going to happen. Don't forget the loaf of bread. Well, it's gone. I'm going back to the store for the bread later. Right? They're teenage boys. Ain't nothing wrong with them. They're just us 30 years ago. Right? They're sitting there thinking about 5,000 things, and you're sitting there, if that guard pulls, fill the run alley. Got it, coach. Oh, shit, he threw the ball behind me, coach. Well, yeah, sometimes they don't do that. Oh. You're going to tell him one or the other. And I'm guessing if it's buck sweep, you're going to tell him to stop buck sweep. which means essentially, and this is the whole point of this, I have just taken a marker and X'd out the best player on the defense, which is the coach. I just X'd out your defensive coordinator because you're now coaching something behind me. And so anytime I want to go down that well, as long as my kids mimic it well, I can take my 3rd and 10 throw and get my 1st and 10 and get right back into my bucks and my powers and my splits and my RPOs. The game has come down, and I told Coach Young this on the plane because we flew halfway from Japan or wherever we started out today or yesterday. There's only 2 downs that matter now. 1st and 10 is obvious. We all know that. Everybody in America knows that. Converting 3rd and long and your goal line plays. That's it. Those are the 2 pressure points where the defense has to make their money. They have to make their money on 3rd and long and in the red zone. We all know 1st and 10 is the game. We all know that. If we lose 5 yards on 1st and 10, we probably should just go ahead and punt. Don't throw 4 dropbacks and hope to God you don't get a pick. Run the ball, punt. Because it ain't going to end well. How many times have you converted 3rd and 15? I mean, is that a thing? It's not happening. Not very often. Now, of course, y'all will do it this fall and go, hey, dumbass. We did. But defenses, they get you to 3rd and 15. They're like quarters plus 5, and the backers, you loosen up 2. We actually have a call in Emmett for our linebackers on 3rd and 15 where they take an extra 2-yard drop before the ball. Like before the snap, they line up where they're supposed to be, and they go back and they line up 2 yards deeper. Because we're like, we want you dropping way back. Or we're coming to get him so the ball will come out quick and we can tackle it. But we're going to play to the extremes because you have to play to the extremes. Well, 3rd and 10, you're going to have to get there. Sooner or later, you're going to have to get a 3rd and 10 call. If it's caught by any of those 3, it's 1st and 10. And I'm not so sure, depending upon how they handle it, throwing it right there doesn't get me to 4th and 2 on 3rd and 10. And I think I've been pretty clear about my philosophy. We cross the 50, we going for that thing. Either we're going to really go or we're going to at least line up and see if we can go. But we ain't bring no punt team out. So we're going to win field position or we're going to win points. I mean, does that make sense? And then red zone is just, I mean, we should probably just talk red zone for 4 days. Because that's what it is. I mean, if and teams are doing this to us, and they did it to us last fall. We had more drives of 13, 14, 15, 17 play drives this year than I've ever seen. Because here's what I think that DC's saying. I'm just not cool with all this. This is too much. So therefore, I know a really good way to not give up that. I'm going to get in quarters, and I'm going to play base, and you hand off buck sweep, and I'm going to tackle it. You hand off power, and I'm going to tackle it. And you throw bubble, and I'm going to tackle it. But sooner or later, your 16-year-old forgot to go get the bread at the store, and he ran the wrong route, and your quarterback got sacked. Or he dropped the slant, or the guard didn't pull, or the fullback didn't kick out, and it's going to be 2nd and 9. Now, you're going to throw a 4-yard pass, and it's 3rd and whatever that is, 5. We're going to play right here. There's my line in the sand. I'm going to play right here. That DC is looking for where's he going to play. And when he finds that pressure point and he wins that down, he wins the game. If he loses that down, he loses the game. And the good DCs are playing to the extremes. They're forced to. The rules are in our favor. So what they're doing is they're either playing cover 0, come get you, let's be aggressive and wait for you to turn it over. Or we're going to sit back and you have to snap it 17 times to get to the end zone. It's a pretty good odds that a high school kid's going to screw up if you give him 17 chances. Right? So what we have to do is when they play 0, we got to go get it. We got to go get our chunk play, as the NFL would say. We got to go get our chunk now and get you back off. If you're playing prevent, we have to be prepared to coach every single yard, every single down. And I hear people say, well, you can't coach every first down. No, you can't. But if the DC says you can and have to, what are you going to do? Say, no, I want my 7 points. Okay, we're dropping 8. Hand the ball off. I mean, we didn't have very many games this year with talent that was behind. My kids are catching up with weight room that was behind. They're catching up. We didn't have very many games this year where people held us down. Bad games for us when I got to Emmett were 175 yards. Bad games now are 350 yards. I mean, we'll roll 4 bills on you like that. It's hard to stop it all. But what happens when you get down there? What happens when you get 3rd and 13? You've got to coach those plays, and you got to coach those plays year-round. You got to bring that quarterback in if you're allowed to in the offseason. You got to sit him down and say, son, we're going to look at every 3rd and long play. We're going to look at every red zone play. And we're going to make some cold, hard decisions on what we got to do. That's where we are. That's what I mean by an evolutionary mindset. I've already flipped that page over and said, okay, we got to go here now. Our efficiency level on critical downs. Dude, they're going to win on a 1st and 10 zone play. Yeah, they're going to do some little BS stuff and slant some cat somewhere where he ain't supposed to be, and they're going to hit the running back, and it's going to be 2nd and 12. Okay, we can't punt. We got to call the right play and get 5 of it back, and then get another 3, and then go get it on 4th down. We're going to have to do that. So that's kind of my over the horizon. That's my evolutionary mindset. That's my Air Raid 3.0 business. Okay? And hopefully that gives you a little bit better understanding. And again, we took 1 play, right? 1 play. You can do this with a bunch of different stuff. But it's 1 play. That's a lot of offense. Don't y'all agree? And doesn't the DC look at that? The DC doesn't go, number 1, Y cross. He goes, number 1, this, number 2, this. I mean, those are like 12 plays to him. And he's got to chart them all. Ruining Sunday. Ruin that cat Sunday, man. Okay? All right, so that's kind of what I've got for you. After this will be Q&A, and you can stick around. It's 3:25. I don't fly out until 6 a.m., so I'm on y'all's time. So if you want to hang out, I think Coach Young and I, because we've eaten at the hotel restaurant like 4 times, and so I'm getting sick of eating the same thing. I think we might buzz over. There's a Buffalo Wild Wings at the airport, right? We might buzz over there tonight for dinner. Y'all got my phone number, and y'all got my telegram and everything. So just ask, hey, where are we going for dinner if you want to sit and talk more ball. I have nothing to do tonight, okay? So I am here, and we designed it this way, okay? And I'm not telling you I'm something special. I'm just telling you for informational value. We could have got a flight out of here in a couple hours. That was doable. I chose to stay till tomorrow because if there's anything else you want, I'm here at your discretion. And I want to make sure you understand we appreciate you being an S2A member. And so this is access. This is my time for whatever you want. So we can sit here. I would prefer not because this dark light's kind of creeping me out. It's like mood lighting at this point. But we can go grab a table. We can go get a drink. Whatever y'all want to do. Okay? If 5 of you are like, hey, we're all going home, but these 5 are like, we're sticking around for an hour or so, get together and let's go talk. Whatever y'all want. We can do the Q&A right here. We can go do the Q&A somewhere else. Don't matter to me. But we're going to turn the camera off, and if y'all have questions, we can roll with it. So I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for being here. I hope you had a good clinic. If y'all want to catch the last defensive session, by all means, go do that. If you want to stay here in Q&A, by all means, do that. But I appreciate y'all very much. Thank y'all.